What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been, I don't know, 3-4 weeks since my last video, and so this time I just kind of want to do an update video of what's been going on. Honestly, I really don't have any excuse for not doing any new videos, except I'm just been kind of fucking lazy. So just been kind of relaxing, hanging out, a little bit before Christmas type thing, and haven't done a lot. Partially it's because of financial constraints, but also I've just kind of been taking a little bit of a break. But I have been doing a little bit. I mean, as you can see behind me, the LS1's back in the Camaro. Did a couple of small projects for a few people to fill in a little bit of cash here and there for the month. But also the main reason I have not got that done yet is because of this. So just barely got it back, and so it has been retuned and programmed, but it took about 2 weeks round trip to do that. And I know I should have probably sent the computer off, you know, when I first got out of the car, but sometimes I procrastinate like everyone else, and I waited a little bit too long to send it off, so I was waiting to get it back as well. But to kind of go over the car to show you guys what's been done, I mean, motor is back in for the most part. I did put new radiator in it, a few other things, but it's pretty close. A few other things to button up, and it will be ready to fire up. It does have coolant in it that I still need to put in the motor, but it is full of oil, so I don't have to worry about dealing with that. And it'll be ready to fire up hopefully in the next couple days. Maybe I'll fire it up for Christmas, we'll see. But I definitely will fire it up on video for you guys, just because those of you that have watched the videos on the rebuild process, I mean, it obviously wouldn't be complete without an engine start. So I'll definitely get that on there for you. It's gonna be open headers, so it's gonna be loud because I haven't got the exhaust ordered yet. Might not even order exhaust, I don't know. We might just run it this way, but probably will eventually get true dual exhaust for it. That was what was planned. Do a true dual 3-inch all the way back. I was thinking about using one of Texas Speed's kits, so that's probably what I'll end up ordering for it. Other than that, that's about all that's been done. So that's it for this time. Again, not a lot's gone on. But I just want to do a video to let everyone know, yeah, I am still here and I still plan on having the future content that I promised. So more will be coming soon. And until the meantime, next video will probably be fire up on this car after I get everything buttoned up on it, and go from there. So as always, thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you guys next time. So, disaster struck. Now, I'm not the type of person that will hide my fuck-ups from other people, because I'm willing to admit when I screw up, and this is one of those times. Although it's more of a lack of knowledge and a shitty parts guy than really a screw up. But you can be the judge. So, as you can see, pretty much have everything assembled. There's a few little odds and ends that we won't worry about right now, but I was filling my coolant, getting ready to start this motor. And then I noticed something unsettling. And that was coolant dripping back there on my floor. Now, why would coolant be dripping out of a freshly rebuilt motor, you might ask? Well, I found the answer to that, and I wasn't too happy myself. I'll raise this up and show you guys. So, for the record, I have never worked on a very early LS motor. This is out of a 98. We'll consider it a very early LS motor. So, I'm going to show you guys where this is leaking from. It's actually dripping off right here, dripping off the back of the head. And right here is a little notch in the fucking head that I did not know about. And it's on both sides of the head. Now, if you come over here to a standard or later LS motor, you will notice there's no notch in the head. We're gonna go to the 72 Chevy over here. Yeah, this truck right here. And if you'll notice on this LS1, there is no notch in the head either. This motor's out of an 04 GTO. So, unbeknownst to me, early LS motors, specific LS1s with 806 heads, have a little notch in the head, which if it's on the passenger side, it would be cylinder number 6. If it's on the driver's side, it would be cylinder number 5. And that little notch prevents MLS head gaskets from sealing. Well, apparently they do make head gaskets for those heads, but when I ordered my head gaskets from Texas Speed, yeah, fuck you, Texas Speed, nobody said anything about a problem with my 1998 Camaro, which I specifically said, 98 Camaro, stock motor. But we won't get into that. I should have probably noticed it myself when I had the head off. So I'm going to take part of the blame here, but I'm only going to take half the blame. So anyway, fuck my life. I've got to pull this motor apart, which, yeah, I'm really not happy about. So I'm gonna have to order some new head gaskets, gonna have to order some new head bolts, because, you know, one-time use head bolts, and tear this motor apart again. Now, what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna drop the cradle, and I'm not gonna tear it apart that way. It's just gonna be too much extra effort. So what I'm gonna do is I'll show you. So, since this thing is pretty much done, minus one wire harness that goes to the starter, what I'm going to do is leave the motor in the vehicle, and I'm just gonna pull the intake manifold off this thing, pull the headers off, and pull the valve covers, take the wire harness off, and pull the heads. It'll be far easier, I can do it far faster, and just leave the motor in place. Although I'm a little bit pissed off too that I'm probably going to replace the MLS gaskets on the headers as well, because I really don't want to have to reuse those either. But it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it now except move forward. Now, some of you may be asking, well, why reuse these shitty heads? Granted, I do have a set of 243 heads right here. Yeah, that's a question in my mind too. I might put those heads on this motor and go forward that way. The only problem is I really wanted to use that motor and something else, and I just don't want to break up that motor and pull the heads off. So most likely I'm gonna pull these shitty fucking heads off, and I'm probably going to just put the motor back together with those heads. Plus, it's more work too. I should say I don't want to have to pull the seals and the springs off these heads and redo them and put them in those heads either for this cam. So I think I'm just gonna reuse these heads again, this time hopefully with the correct gaskets. Hopefully it won't take me that long to do it, because I'm really not happy about it. So what I could have done is just closed out the video, waited another couple weeks, taking this piece of shit apart, put it back together again, start it, and pretend like nothing ever even happened. But because of the type of person I am, I just wanted full disclosure on this, just so you guys know, so you don't do the same fuck up that I did. So if you have a very early LS1, make sure what heads you're using, make sure that you use the right head gaskets for those heads. Again, there are MLS head gaskets available for both styles of heads. Just make sure you know which ones you have, and you won't get stuck doing the shit that I'm gonna have to do on this piece of shit behind me. So let's close this video out one more time. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'll bring this piece of shit back again for your viewing pleasure and my pain. We'll see you guys next time.